I'm Ken Bronstein, and I'm president of New York City Atheists. And what I want to do is do a little bragging for a few seconds. I want to talk about some things we've done the last year in New York City Atheists and see what happened. Number one, we had the most successful poster campaign in the country by far. We put posters on the sides of buses in New York City. I believe you can read it, but if you can't, it says, you don't have to believe in God to be a moral or ethical person. We had a press conference, and let me tell you folks, atheism sells. We had every major newspaper, radio station, television station at our press conference. If you ever see these press conferences where you see like a bouquet of microphones in front, that's what it looked like. We had major articles, television articles, the two major articles in the New York Times, etc. But the crowning jewel of that event was the following.
Running that list. That's next, but first up, countdown number 2 story tonight's worst persons in the world.
I was the worst person in the world.
For $10,000 worth of ads on the sides of buses in New York City promoting atheism. They read, "You don't have to believe in God to be a moral or ethical person." The hope from President Ken Bronstein of group NY Atheists is to get people to stop hiding their non-belief, to stop hiding it. No complaint about the message, however, while Bronstein says, "We want to get atheists to come join us to get out of the closet." Unfortunately, the donor who made the ads possible is keeping his identity anonymous.
The bottom line, that was a way of plugging us. As you probably know, MSNBC and Fox are fighting all the time. He always goes after handwriting, and O'Reilly gave us a plug that night. So we hit prime time with that. The other thing is, we recently just sued the Catholic Bishop of Brooklyn. And tremendous, had a press conference there again, tremendous press turnout. And this is just simply one of the headlines from the New York Post. Believe it, atheists sued the Catholic Church. And we think we plan to do more lawsuits. And let me give you some background what we're doing. Actually, we're working with a lawyer and a priest. Right? So we actually have dual lawsuits we're going down a track. We sue, they sue. And so we get publicity both ways. Whoops. Let me go back to where we were. What happened?
God is doing it.
God is doing it. There we go. Okay. The other thing I want to mention, we have 4 weekly cable shows in New York City. All right? These are the 4 programs we have. If you can't receive it or you don't live in New York City, you can go to our website. They're not simultaneous, but you can go watch our previous cable shows. So we have one, Atheism in History. What that's all about is we talk about who was born during the week. What famous freethinker atheist is born during that week. So that's how that one runs. This Week in Atheism, and I'll talk about it in a few minutes, Dennis Horowitz, I think he's here. He's the host of that. And what we do is we take issues current to atheism for that week, and we have a 3-person panel and we discuss them. The New York City Atheists are generally speakers we have about atheism. And the last one is Atheist Book Club. We generally interview authors. And that's what that show is all about. The thing that I'd like you to do if you want to, we have something else called The Focus. We send out a weekly email newsletter with anything that's happening in these various subjects. We have an individual who goes through the newspapers, the blogs, the magazines, and anything to do with atheism, that's in books, TV, evolution, creation, etc. We have links to that, so it keeps you up to speed. It's extremely important to know what's going on out there. And so that's an email address. Send to your email address to us, and we'll put you on the list. It comes out basically every Friday over the weekend.